Hey, how's it going? So today I'm going to show you how to make baked tofu nuggets. These are really healthy because they do not have any salt. They are using whole wheat breadcrumbs and whole wheat flour. So let's get into it. So here you're just seeing me just take this mixture of garlic and onion powder and putting it into the breadcrumbs and then just stirring that all together. Just making sure it's all nice and combined. And then I'm just like setting that aside, trying to reorganize everything. Then I'm going to take an empty bowl and I'm going to make like what is the batter. So I'm taking half a cup of whole wheat flour, all-purpose flour, and I'm taking another half teaspoon of the garlic onion mixture, except I got confused and I miswrote down the instructions, so I ended up just putting half of the mixture into the batter and half of the mixture into the breadcrumbs. So that's what you're seeing there. And I'm just whisking that all together to make sure all the seasoning's nice and combined. And then I'm whisking that together so it's all evenly distributed. So when I go to batter my tofu, I don't have like random strong hints of garlic or onion. And then I'm going to take a third of a cup of water, and I'm just going to put that in with the flour and the spice mix. And then I'm taking a fourth of a cup of milk and also putting that in there. And then I'm just going to whisk that together until it's well combined. It's okay if it has a few lumps, it's going to, but you don't want like a lot of lumps, and you want to make sure that all the flour is mixed with all of the liquid, or else it's going to be hard to dip your tofu when you go to dip it. So mixing and mixing, lots of mixing. And then next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of the tofu and I'm going to put it into the batter mixture first. And I'm going to make sure it's well coated. And then I'm going to take it out of the batter. I'm going to try to wipe off any like excess there is. And then I'm going to put it in the breadcrumb mixture, which you'll see next, to make sure it's like well coated. This is like a really dirty process, so I hope you're prepared for that. And then once it's well coated, I'm just going to put it on a baking sheet and repeat the process over and over again. So that's what you're going to see next. This is just all of the tofu after it's battered and breaded, and I'm just going to put it in my oven, which is preheated to 450 degrees for 20 minutes until it is nice and crispy. So I just wanted to quickly go over to like conclude this entire video and talk about like the cardioprotective ingredients and the reducing hypertension ingredients and how I did that. So for the cardioprotective ingredients, we have things like tofu, which I've mentioned before, super high in antioxidants, high in fiber, really good protein source, and is not going to increase your estrogen levels to a point of getting cancer. And actually, estrogen is protective in reducing cancer risk and cardiovascular risk. and tofu doesn't have any salt, so that's going to reduce your risk of hypertension. As well as, I didn't add any salt into this recipe. If you wanted to add salt, you could add a very minuscule amount, like about just a tiny pinch of salt, just for flavor. Instead of using salt, I added garlic granules and onion granules, which add another flavor. I also added nutritional yeast into there, which will add like a cheesy flavor into the batter and into the breadcrumb mixture. And that's about it. I mean, besides also using whole wheat all-purpose flour and whole wheat breadcrumbs, which are also good for getting a lot of vitamins and minerals, which will help reduce your risk of cardiovascular disease and hypertension. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you try out this recipe for your own, and I'll see you later.